right.
Hey guys! Okay, so I am currently in the parking lot of my job. I am finishing up a Frappuccino. I got the s'mores one because that's my favorite one. Anyway, so I realized that I didn't really talk about what I did, why I was actually in the Cayman Islands, why I was in Grand Cayman. So I figured I'd just like clear it up a little bit, talk about the race day and things like that. There's not much stuff that I filmed about the race, only because I was so tired afterward. I fell asleep. We got back home and I passed out. I was done. I was tapped out. So what happens is this race is one of the top races in all of the Caribbean. So it's super nice, super like cool, super interesting. I don't really know how to like explain it. So like it's an open water swim, and people from all over the world, Olympians, everybody, a lot of people come to this thing. And it's like super like interesting that people come around from all over the place. Now, it's called the Flowers Sea Swim. Flowers as in flour like the actual flour, not like flour that you bake with. And it's called the Flowers Sea Swim, and they do it every single year for a charity. So it's, I'm trying to think of what charity. Oh, it's the bone marrow charity, because they had the bone marrow thing. Anyway, so what happened is that this guy, I forget his first name, but his last name is Flowers. He owns a company on Grand Cayman, and what he does is he puts on this charity race every year on 7 Mile Beach, which is their main beach of where all like the touristy stuff is for the most part. So what happens is they have a 1 mile, a 5K, and a 10K. Now, I don't know if I have the mental capacity to like mentally swim for that long, but I did do the mile last year and I did do it this year. And excuse me, I wrote on Instagram last year I came in, I forget what number I was off the top of my head, but my swim time was 45:21, which is pretty, like, I think that's pretty good, like, to swim a mile in open water. I'm not an open water swimmer, so it's a little bit different. It's a little nerve-wracking, but this year I came in at 39:36. That's what it was, 39:36. So I broke under 40 minutes. So I was so happy about that. I was honestly in the mentality of like, let me just finish, because in reality, like, I'm not a competitive, like, I'm a competitive swimmer, but like I'm not an open water competitive swimmer, and that's a whole other can of worms that I'm just not confident in myself doing. So when it came to race day, I was telling all my friends, I was like, oh my goodness, like, good luck, like, have fun. I was like, honestly, like, I just want to finish, like, and that sounds really bad, because like I have been like kind of training a little bit. I've been swimming 2000s, which is a 1650 in yards is a mile. So I was doing 2000, so I was doing a little bit over a mile, 2 to 3 times a week at work. And then the last week I was just getting really lazy and really tired, and I didn't want to do anymore. And even my coworkers were like, you might want to keep practicing, like, your swim is coming. So even my like students and stuff, they were like, you need to practice. And I was like, I don't want to practice. But anyway, so yeah. So I finished. I was really proud of myself. I was surprised that I did as well as I did. I made a joke to one of my friends who's really big and like, she's very, very athletic. She's a very athletic person, and like I aspire to be her all the time. And she was like, I want you to cut like 20, because I kept saying like, oh, I don't want to like time myself, like, I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna like swim and like whatever happens happens. And she was like, I bet you cut your time. And I was like, all right, let's not get carried away. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, we will see what happens. I'm not going to like boost myself up if it's not gonna happen. And I was like, as long as I finish, I'll be happy, you know, like, but in your mind, you obviously want to finish and like you want to do better than you did last year. But at the same time, I was like, and then like I was standing around, and this woman, this older woman who was from Texas, I want to say. Yeah, it was Texas. I forget where in Texas, but she was talking to someone else, and she was like, yeah, like, I paced myself, and, you know, I did 45 minutes, and she's like, you know, because I don't train, and I was like, but I trained. It was so awkward. So yeah, so I finished the swim. I was very proud of myself, and then I was just like, that's it, like, that, I'm done, like, I did it. I came home Sunday, and I've just been vegetating at home. I've been watching all on Netflix because I started 2 series before I left, and then I realized that Orange is the New Black came out while I was away, so I want to watch that also because people keep putting up like memes and I don't get them, and it makes me really upset when I don't get them. So I'm kind of just sitting there like, so yeah. So I just got to work. I'm almost finished with the 2nd season of Jane the Virgin, and then I want to finish Riverdale. Yeah, Riverdale. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, whatever. And then I'm gonna start Orange is the New Black because I don't have work in the morning, so I have a lot of free time. However, I think I'm gonna go to the beach tomorrow. I think that's gonna happen. Hopefully, if it doesn't rain, fingers crossed. My friend told me it was supposed to rain, so I'm kind of like, but we'll see. All right. Yeah, so that was the event, and I had a blast doing it. Maybe next year I'll try the 5K. I'm not really sure because, like, I wasn't tired when I finished the mile this time. And it wasn't that I wasn't tired. I feel like I was just like, okay, like I was content, and I was like full of adrenaline. So I kind of wasn't like super like jumpy, but then like once I like calmed down, like I sat down and I knew like it was over, I was done. I fell asleep right away. I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, nope, going to bed. But yeah, no, so like I felt confident in the mile, and I think I could have swam like more. It didn't really feel like a mile to me. I don't know. Whatever, it is what it is. All right, that's it for right now. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Okay, so it is 11:30 in the morning. I didn't have work this morning, which is awesome. So I'm gonna actually go to a spin class, and then I have to go to work later on tonight, but it is what it is. So I edited 2 of my videos out of 3 about my trip. I think I'm going to add this actually to the end of the 3rd one. It's not very long. It's just me explaining why I was there and stuff like that. But I do definitely want to put in, there's 2 other things that I want to talk about. And one video that I want to talk about is things about going to that country and what I wasn't expecting. You know what I mean? Like, I've been there a couple times now, so I know it. I keep saying I'm trying not to because I know it's annoying, but there's a couple of things about like Grand Cayman that I think are interesting, and things that like you wouldn't really know until you got there, which is like, oh, like that's how it is, unless you did like crazy research and stuff like that. So I want to do a video on like my favorite things about the country and like my favorite things to do and things like that. And then also I want to do like add on to that like things that I didn't realize were gonna be a thing when I got there. So yeah, so those are my 2 things. I'm gonna head out. I'm going to Soul Cycle Williamsburg, only because my instructor that I love to go to, Noah, I've talked about him before. He's my boo. I love him. He has no idea who I am, but like I love him to pieces. He's like the best. And so he's having a class at 12:30 in Williamsburg, so I'm going to that. And then I have work at 4, so I have to head over there after that. But yeah, so there. So I have my pre-workout, and I have my bag that I take to class, my class bag. And we're just gonna head out, and we're gonna see how today goes. I hope I don't die, because I did legs on Monday. That's what it was. And today's Wednesday, and my legs are still on fire, and Noah's gonna definitely kick my butt. So I'm gonna be walking like Jello. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, I always do this to myself. I'm like, why am I always in pain? this is why, because I make bad life decisions sometimes, and it happens, and you just gotta go with it, go with the flow. All right. So the one weird thing about coming into Williamsburg is that, like, there's a lot of like parking rules, and like, I know it's New York and like you can take public transportation, but honestly it takes me a lot less time to drive and find parking than it does for me to take public transportation like anywhere because of where I live. So what happens is, I don't know, I have a little while before I have to go in for class. I'm gonna probably go in around 12:15 because class is at 12:30. I park not too far away, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. I'm really like relatively boring this week because like I still have work, but I don't have work in the morning, so I have like things to do in the morning. Well, things I want to do in the morning. But the thing is, I'm so tired. I don't know what it is. Like when I'm at work and I'm doing 12-hour days, I'm like, okay, like I keep moving and I keep going. I think it's because like I'm not moving that like I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired now. I want a nap. I want a nap, but after a spin, I have to go right to work. Well, not right to work. I'm gonna go home, shower, put my life together at some point, and then go back to work. But yeah, so it's around like 12:10 and it's 82 degrees outside, which is actually like weird because last weekend, as you know, I was in the Caymans, and then when I got home it was already in like the 90s and hundreds, and I was like, oh, I just want it to be like spring-ish. Like I know it's summertime now, but like we really didn't have a spring. We really didn't. So yeah, that's just a thing that's happening. So we really didn't have a spring. I think that's it. I think that's all I gotta say. So, guys, okay, so let me see if I can balance this. Hey guys, okay, so today is Thursday. I just went to brunch with one of my friends. We went to go to this place in Bushwick. It's called Dilliard's, I think it's called. I don't know. I put it on Instagram. I put a video, I mean, not a video, a picture of my food. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't mind it. I had found it online and I figured we could try it out. So it's like a very weird angle. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, so now I'm just going to be heading into work. This weekend I'm actually going away, so it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a change of scenery, you know. I think I'm gonna make one of my Cayman videos like where I'm going, so I think that would be really cool. Different background, different like feel, different like vibe kind of deal, you know. That would be kind of awesome. So yeah, that's all I got really. I know a lot of it's been like, okay, so this is what I'm doing, this is what I did, okay, this is this is that, but yeah, I've just been working at night, so like in the mornings I've been trying to see as many people as I possibly can, so that way I can not feel guilty about leaving them all the time. I have this really, like, I don't know, I feel so bad, like, especially when I leave my friends for, like, long periods of time. Even if I'm going on vacation with other friends, I get, like, really upset because they're like, you're not here, like, I miss you, like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm coming, I'm here. So I try and make the best out of all of my free time that I have. So yeah, so today was one of my really good friends, and I went to go to brunch with her, and she was super nice. And then another one of my friends had to drop off stuff to my house because she had some of my stuff that I need for the weekend. So she drove over, dropped it off at my house, and then went about her day too. So yeah, that's life. So I'm working until 9 tonight. It's around 3 o'clock now, and yeah, so that's my day. I'm not really that exciting. I would do something fun this weekend. I think I'm gonna come home like Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. I don't have work next week, so I don't really have to worry about like coming back where I am. And I'm also staying with people, so it doesn't really matter when I come back. They don't care. But yeah, so that's my day. Yeah. hope everyone had a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.